Hello, this is Tanner Wilkinson, the voice of the Snow College Badgers. I am pleased to be joined today by men's soccer head coach Jack Larter. Jack, appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule, and happy to chop it up with you about the pitch here today.
No, I appreciate you having us on. I've been looking forward to coming on here and having a little conversation. That's for sure. So, good to be here.
Well, let's jump to the start here. Let's talk a little bit just about your background, what folks might not know about you, kind of how your relationship with soccer began.
Yeah, so grew up playing in Norwich, England. Been playing since I was 4 years old. Got to about 15, 16, started kind of questioning whether I wanted to keep pursuing it or what I was doing in my life and where it was going. By the time I was 18, 19, I had an opportunity come by that was like a US scholarship company. Took that home to my parents and they weren't too excited about it, to be honest. Moving away from home halfway across the world. So come out here in 2015, played some junior college ball myself, actually out in California. Played there for 2 years, transferred out to NCAA Division I Sacramento State. Played there for 2 years, graduated. And then for me, I didn't really know what to do, whether I wanted to go straight into what I was studying, which was kinesiology and an emphasis in like PE teaching, strength and conditioning, and weight coach and stuff like that. Didn't particularly know if I wanted to go straight into that or whether I wanted to stay around the game. For me, I didn't really want to give up playing, but I knew I wasn't good enough potentially to go and take the professional contracts and get into those leagues. So for me, it was, well, I'll go and volunteer coach and see how I like it. And as soon as I volunteered, it was something I couldn't ever see myself doing or without doing a day in my life, essentially. So I fell in love with it. Now I've got a job where I don't feel like I work a day in my life, I guess, which is really nice. So it's basically I get paid to do a hobby for the most part, which for me is, or for everybody, I guess, is a life goal, I guess, is to find a piece of job or an occupation that you're passionate about, you enjoy, that doesn't feel like you're going to work every day. So for me, I'm excited to wake up and come to work because it's not really a job for me. I get to hang around with my boys, recruit my guys, get paid to travel, be on a football field every day and a soccer pitch every day. So, yeah, it's been good so far.
So I got to ask, who's your Premier League team?
Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Crystal Palace is my Premier League team. So we finally won our first trophy, like big trophy, the FA Cup, and then we won the Community Shield. So that was kind of, it's been a good day, and now we're a good couple months now. We're 18 games unbeaten at the moment. So
very nice.
We're going strong at the moment. Touch wood, I don't jinx it. But
yeah. Well, talk a little bit about how you run your program. What are maybe some of the non-negotiables you have? What can players who are coming in and potentially recruits see in this? What can they expect coming to play for you at Snow College?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the biggest thing for me is we run a culture of competition. So everything's based off competition in training, competition in games. We run 3 to 4 players deep in every position. So we have a lot of squad depth this year. We have 31 guys on the team. All 31 guys are capable of starting and playing big minutes at any point. So for me, the big point is come in and be ready to compete. It's not come in and, I'm a good player out of high school, I'm a good player out of club, and I'm going JUCO, I'm going to be guaranteed to play. You're coming into a program, an environment where there's 3 to 4 other good players that are just as good as you, that are just as capable of starting and playing 90 minutes, 60 minutes, and they have to come in and train hard every day, stay sharp every day, take on the coaching and kind of buy into our methodology, our systems, and our ideas that we're looking to create on the field. So that's a big part is the culture of competition and how players buy into that. I think the boys enjoy it because it keeps them fresh, it keeps them sharp, they're constantly having to stay engaged. It allows them to develop a lot quicker because there's always someone they're either chasing ahead of them or someone's chasing them from behind. So the minute they get complacent and take a session off or 2 sessions off or a run of poor performances, there's someone else that's just as good as them ready to step into their space. And typically from my experiences, when someone steps in, they typically take it for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks and run away with their position, and it's tough to take it back, right? So I think the guys enjoy it. I think it's stressful for sure. I think being a junior college athlete is definitely stressful. It's not an easy life. You've got to come in and perform straight away, do the job in the classroom, perform on the field, because you only have 2 years here with us, right? So can you be done in 1 year? Can you be done in 2 years? Transfer out to the NCAA Division 1s, Division 2s, whatever the right level is for those guys. But I think that's the biggest piece to probably our most recent success is having good depth, having a culture of competition that really keeps the guys sharp and motivated in trainings. The next thing is we run kind of an ideology which is RED, so respect, energy, and discipline. The biggest one for me is obviously respect. Respect us as coaches, respect your teammates, but also respect the sport that you play. the minute you're taking things for granted or you're not trying as hard, for me, it shows that you don't respect the opportunity that you're getting and the sport that you're playing. The next one is the energy side of it. Like, I can bring as much energy as I want to the session, but if my guys aren't bringing that energy themselves and kind of injecting the session with their own energy, then that's where we're going wrong straight away. So I always tell my guys, I'm not here to coach energy. It's your job to bring the energy. I'll bring my energy from my side of things and my coaching stuff, but you guys have to inject the energy in the session too. And then the last one is discipline. Make the right decisions at the right time on a consistent basis. And that, for me, allows our guys to have consistent performances at a high level, have consistency within our training sessions where the standard is almost more intense. The standard's higher in trainings than it probably is who we're playing against in game days. And I think that's a great way to be, is if our trainings are more intense than most of our games that we're playing, then we're doing something right as a program. And I think for me, the last piece is we prepare our guys for the next level. We bring you in here, we have an intense regime, it's hard, it's tough. Is it stressful? 100%, but that's what it's like at the next level. If you want to really come in here and tell me you're playing Division 1 level or you want to play Division 1 level, then I'm going to coach you in a way that's going to prepare you to go into that next transitional moment of your life and your career. For me, I think my guys have a lot of success at the next level because they're in a similar environment here at Snow College to what it is at the NCAA Division 1s and Division 2 level, right, where it's intense. You're competing with older guys from 17 to 26-year-olds now at the Division 1 level, whereas here you're competing with 17 to maybe 21-year-olds. Can we mimic a similar environment so there's no transition period once they transfer? They can transfer into their new squad, their new coach, their new team, and be ready and used to a similar environment instead of having a completely different environment here at Snow College to what it is at the next level, where now there's a 2 to 4 week transitional period to where they have to get used to it. I've found with my guys, they can transfer in and they're at the level, they're used to the environment, the intensity straight away because they've been in it here at Snow College.
Let's talk a little bit about the season. You guys are off to a 7-3 start. Just your overall thoughts on how the first 10 games have gone.
Yeah, I think we've done pretty good. I'd rather be 10-0 to be honest with you, but I think those 3 games were good kind of humbling pieces for us where it woke us up a little bit. Okay, we think we're good and we still got to prove that we're good, but we're also capable of dropping points at the same time if we're not on our game and we're not sharp and ready to play. So I think the 3 games that we've played have definitely given us good learning opportunities and woken us up to things we're maybe struggling on, things we need to work more on, and kind of put a pen to paper and really start to crank out some training sessions on those problems that we've had in those moments, I guess. But I think we've got a really strong team this year. I'm definitely excited. It's probably been the most excited I've been coming into a pre-season with this group. Obviously, it's my year 3 here, and this year is now completely my own players that I've recruited. So we're super excited. The talent's there, the depth's there, the quality's there to really cause some teams some problems. And I think we've got a squad that can definitely win 3 trophies: the conference, the region final, the district final, and then obviously the goal is to go into the national tournament and cause some chaos there as well. So I think we've got the squad to do it. So we're excited. We just got to keep them in check and keep them in line and keep their head on their shoulders when it needs to be.
Part of that is a 7-game road trip. You're about halfway through that, a couple days here and there, and then back to Ephraim, and then a couple days in another spot. What has that been like, having to be on the road so much for such a long stretch?
It's definitely exhausting. I mean, we're on the bus for 12 hours at a time sometimes. They're long road trips. I think they're fun. Like, they're a great experience. They're really fun, great for team bonding, but it definitely takes its toll where you're driving 12 hours and then you got to play the very next day 10 hours later, and then you're back on a bus and then you're playing on Saturday. So it's definitely a tough regime, but I think if we can get through it with only the 2 losses that we've currently got and we can kind of roll with the rest of the results, and then I think we're going to be coming into our home stretch, our last 4 games at home, in a really good spot where we're joint top or only person or the only team on top, and we're trying to set ourselves up to come into our home standing where we're tied for first or in first place, and then it's about seeing it out at home and getting the job done at home as well.
Let's talk about that 4-game homestand. A great opportunity for you guys to close out the regular season, get some of the momentum for those mentioned trophies you're going to be going after. What's your biggest message for Badger Nation to come pack the soccer complex?
Yeah, I think for me, the louder they are on the sideline, the more energy it fuels our guys with. Our guys definitely notice it when the crowd's nice and rowdy and they're getting loud and they're supporting our guys, and maybe they're starting to heckle the other team a little bit too. I think we feed off that as a coaching staff and as a program. I think our bench can see it, because obviously our bench at home sits facing the away or our grandstand. So when we see that they're all energized, it gets us a little bit more fired up, and we're allowed to, or we can then infuse our guys with more energy too. So for me, it's come and give us the support and support us and push us onto those titles that we're trying to bring home and bring them back to Snow College this season. I think last year finishing second in regular season and winning our region and falling just short of our district to do the treble last year, I think was highly motivating for us. So the more support we can have at our field, at our home events, is definitely going to give us the energy that we need to kind of push on and bring those 3 trophies that we're striving for home to Badger Nation, yeah.
Well, Coach, appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Looking forward to catching up with you a lot more often as we move forward. And, hey, best of luck as this road trip continues to roll on.
Perfect. No, thank you. Appreciate you having me on here. We're excited to be here and get to know you guys and spread the word for men's soccer out here too.